Hey boys and girls, welcome to my online classroom. I know this is a new experience for us all, but I'm pretty excited to have this experience with you, and I hope you're pretty excited too. We're going to get through this and we're going to do it together. I know where we left off in the art room. We were talking about origami and we were learning all about where it came from and what it is. I don't know if you remember, but I'll remind you, origami is the art of folding paper. It comes from the country of Japan. It was invented in Japan over 400 years ago. Artists were trying to figure out how to work with paper and go from two-dimensional artwork to three-dimensional artwork. And we talked a little bit about two-dimensional objects and what that means. A two-dimensional object is something like a drawing or a painting, kind of like the paintings you can see on the wall behind me. Those are flat artwork or artwork on paper. That would be two-dimensional. Three-dimensional objects, like origami sculptures, are objects that are not flat. They stand tall. They look different depending on where you're looking at them from. So if I'm looking at my ukulele from this angle, it looks this way. But if you looked at it from the side, it looks a little different. If you looked at it from the back, it looks a little different. Right? So when you see a 3D object, they look different from different angles. So some 3D objects are sculptures or statue in artwork. There are also some 3D shapes that you might know from your classroom, like this 3D shape. This is a big cube of clay. Right? It's a cube. Or this 3D shape. This is a cylinder of paper towel, which people might be running out of pretty soon. Hopefully the stores get some more. Or this 3D shape, a sphere, like our Earth, right? So we're gonna pick up where we left off, and I'm gonna show you how to make some more 3D objects using the art form of origami and folding paper. And today I'm gonna show you how to make one of these origami cups. Now these origami cups are pretty cool. They're functional. This is a piece of art that you could actually use to do something. You could use this to hold, I don't know, snacks, or you might not want to put liquid in it because it might ruin your paper, but you could put some snacks in it, or you could use it to keep track of some small toys or whatever you want to use it for. And if it gets messed up, you can always make a new one, right? So follow along with me. You can stop, pause, and rewind my video at any time if you get stuck on something. And I look forward to seeing you again next week and seeing you in the Google Classroom. Thanks. All right, here we go. We're going to be making our origami cup design for one-time use. Unless you're using a wax-coated paper, then you could use it a couple times, I guess. Or you could store dry objects in it. You could use it as a snack cup. And if it gets kind of weird or kind of gross, you could always make a new one. To start this design, you're going to need a square piece of paper. Now, I know a lot of you might not have a square piece of paper laying around, so I'm going to show you how to make a square piece of paper. You can use any piece of copy paper, 8.5 by 11 printer paper. And you can have any shape piece of paper and you can make it a square. It's as simple as this. So I've got my 8.5 by 11 piece of paper and I want to make it a square. Here's what I have to do. All you need to do is take this corner, right? My paper is sideways like a bathtub, not a shower, right? A shower would be like this. Bathtub is like this. I'm going to bring this corner and this edge down to the bottom. So I grab that corner, I roll it down, and I'm lining this edge up with my bottom edge of my paper. Now, if you get stuck at any time, don't forget you can pause and rewind and play again any part that you might be a little confused with. So I've got that lined up. Now I can slide my hand across to make my fold. And I like to make my crease nice and sharp by sliding something smooth like a pen, or I could use my fingernail to slide along that crease. Now that I've done that, all you need to do is get a pair of scissors, and you're going to cut along this line right here where this edge of the paper touches this part of the paper. You're just going to cut right there. And if you cut right there, you should be left with a triangle that looks something like this. And if you open up that triangle, you'll have a square. Now, to make our origami cup, we're going to do the mountain fold. And I've showed you the mountain fold before. You're going to turn your paper to make it look like a diamond in front of you. You're going to bring this bottom corner up to the top corner. Line them up really carefully. Once you have them lined up, hold them in place like a finger with crazy glue on it. And I'm going to slide my folding hand away to make that crease all the way across the bottom. And I'm using my fingernail to make that crease nice and sharp, but you can use any smooth object you have that's hard to make that crease sharp. I could use a pen or anything you've got. Now, once I've got that crease nice and sharp, the trick to making this paper cup is to fold some triangles, right? We've turned our square into a triangle. We're going to make some more triangles. So I'm going to grab this corner and I'm going to just bring it over right to the middle of this line. You see this line right here? I'm going to bring this corner over to the middle of that line. And I want the top edge of that triangle that I'm making right now, right there, I want that to be straight and flat. So I'm going to make that edge straight and flat, and then press my fold flat and make my crease nice and sharp. And I'm going to do the same thing with this corner. I'm going to bring this corner up and across, and I'm going to make it touch that point right there. Once it touches that point, I'll hold it in place, and I'm going to press my fold flat and make that crease nice and sharp. Now we're almost done. This is a quick and easy design. You're going to grab this top corner, not both of them. There's one underneath too. I'm just going to grab the top one and I'm going to fold it down over this line. So I'm folding it down. Once it's folded down, I'll make my crease nice and sharp. Then I flip my whole project over, grab this corner, fold it down in the same spot so that it lines up on this top edge, make that fold nice and flat. Now my cup is done. All you have to do, give it a little squeeze. And I would love it if you posted in the comments in our Google Classroom what kind of things you might put in your cup or what you might use your cup for. All right, good luck, boys and girls. I miss you.